Hello everybody and welcome to another unboxing video. On this video, we are doing a double unboxing of two guitars from Ibanez. I just want to say before we move on, a massive thank you to all of you for watching my videos. I still cannot believe I get to do unboxing videos and gear demos and stuff like this for a living. It's truly amazing, definitely a dream job, and stuff like this definitely reminds you of that, especially when it's a double unboxing from a company I've played their guitars from since I was like, I don't know, 14 or something like that. So today we have two guitars from Ibanez. I already know what both of them are, of course, but we're gonna unbox them together, take a look at both of them, and give you a real quick first impressions, plugging it in and seeing how each of them sound. One of these is very unique and very weird, so I had to try it out. I've been trying to get it for about a year, and I'm glad that I got it in my possession now. And the other one is a guitar that I tried in Germany 2 years ago, and I've always wanted it since then. So needless to say, I'm excited for both of these. And by the way, this video isn't sponsored by Sweetwater, but I do want to mention that I'm also doing a guitar giveaway in support of my band Carcosa going on tour with Archspire, Aborted, and Alluvial. We are actually giving away a Ernie Ball Music Man Majesty H-string, which is absolutely insane. So if you live in the United States, go check that out as well. The link to that is going to be in the description and the pinned comment below. Let's open up this box, shall we? What do we got here? Okay. This is the weirdest one of the three. I'm excited for you all to see this because I don't really know what to expect with this one, but I've been interested in it since Ibanez announced it, and I think you're going to be interested too. Okay, box number one. We got the box within a box, as always, from Ibanez. Let's open it up, shall we, and see what we got. Okay, box number one. Let's go. Let's see what we got from Ibanez this time around. Not quite the reveal I was expecting. As you can see, it's all wrapped up and I can't even see it yet. This one is really lightweight as well, which is interesting. I've played one of these very briefly before when I was in Germany for 42 Gear Street, but I wanted one for myself because it's just such a weird instrument that I really wanted to get it on the channel and play around with it myself. Let's get the reveal going, shall we? Yeah, look at that. Okay, box number one. There we have it. This is a very interesting guitar or bass. I'm not really sure what I would classify this as. I guess it's technically a bass because it does have bass pickups and bass electronics still. But basically what this is the Ibanez SRC6MS, I believe it's called. Ibanez names are always a little hard to memorize. And what this basically is a very short scale bass guitar that is strung up like a normal electric guitar but an octave down. So I thought this was really interesting because, as you know on this channel, I'm a big fan of 8-string guitars and baritone guitars. So I was kind of thinking, even though this is kind of marketed as a bass, I bet this would probably make a pretty sick guitar. So I have a few different ideas that I wanted to try out with this guitar slash bass. I'm going to keep calling it a guitar, I guarantee by accident. But yeah, this one is really cool. It's a fan fret build with a 30-inch scale on the low string, and it's tuned to that low E, so pretty much the same note that my 8-string guitars are tuned to for drop E, except it's just E standard. Pretty cool stuff. It's also very interesting feeling it again because the string spacing is actually a lot closer than I remember it being, which was something that I was worried about. Is I thought that the string spacing would be a lot bigger, which would make it feel way more like a bass than a guitar, which would make chords really hard. But that actually doesn't seem to be the case. The distance between strings seems to feel about the same as any of my other Ibanez guitars, which is awesome because that will make playing it so much easier. So yeah, there you have it. Guitar number one from Ibanez. This thing is really weird, but really cool, and I'm looking forward to doing a few weird videos with this one. Maybe I'm gonna do like a all bass Meshuggah song or something like that. I don't really know. Stay tuned to find out. Like I mentioned, this one does have the Bartolini bass pickups, and then it has a bunch of knobs and switches on the bottom here. So there's a volume and a toe knob, and then it has an active EQ section, which are these three knobs here, and you can either turn that fully off or fully on, which is pretty cool. And with that, you can kind of shape your tone even more. So very interesting stuff, and of course a compartment for the battery on the back right there. Okay, final box. I love that it takes up the entirety of B-Cam, by the way. I think that's very funny. Another one from Ibanez. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's go. Okay, Ibanez number 2 of the day, Comes with a gig bag. As you can see, it is a very weirdly shaped guitar, so it's awesome that they include a gig bag, because I have a feeling that getting a case for this shape is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. So it's nice that they give you one out of the box. But let's open it up, shall we? I'm excited for this one. This is one that I've wanted since I saw it was announced back in 2021, I believe. Oh, this one is really well packaged. So it has 2 layers of that bubble wrap, which is very nice. And again, this is a little bit of a pointy guitar, so I'm sure it could use it. Almost there, let's go. Okay, here's the reveal. I'm sure you can guess what it is by now. That's right, it's the Ibanez Iceman 7-string. I have wanted an Iceman shaped guitar for as long as I remember. The first time I heard System of a Down, saw them using something like this, I thought it was the coolest guitar shape. I've somehow never owned one like this, and I don't really know why, but I am so happy that I held out, because this one is basically perfect for me. So this one is a 7-string guitar with DiMarzio deactivator pickups, I believe. 3-way pickup selector up top, volume, tone. This is the same guitar that bands such as Knocked Loose and Slaughter to Prevail use at this point in time. Got the Godot locking tuners up top as well, love that. And just that solid, like, all blacked out finish looks so nice. I love that it has that really subtle contour here, which makes playing it much, much, much more comfortable. So it's not just a flat top, you know what I mean? Damn, yeah, I'm super stoked on this one. I've wanted this one since I saw it announced, and I'm so happy that Ibanez finally hooked me up with one, because it looks absolutely brutal. Okay, so now that we've unboxed both of these guitars, let's plug them in. I'm going to be starting out with the Ibanez Iceman 7-string, the ICTB7, I think? Probably not. What is it called? ICTB721. I almost kind of had it. Anyways, so I'm going to be running both of these guitars directly into my interface using the Auto Audio 1111 plugin, along with some of their impulse responses. By the way, if you like the tones that you're about to hear, you can get a free trial of this plugin or get 50% off using the discount code on the screen right now. The link to that is going to be in the description and the pinned comment below. Let's go. Heavy high gain riffs only. I have this tuned to drop G sharp. Let's do it. Okay, this guitar sounds every bit as awesome as I remember it sounding. I'm so happy I finally have this guitar. The only thing that I immediately remembered that I kind of didn't like about it is this horn right here, because normally I sit playing classical like this, but with this guitar in particular, that can kind of like dig into your thigh a little bit, and also the output jack is down there, so it makes playing sitting classical a little bit strange. I would almost have to have my leg up like way higher like that or something like that. Or of course, if you play like this, it's also fine. I typically don't play this way, so it took me like a second to get used to it, but I kind of don't really care, because I think this thing looks absolutely badass and sounds really sick. Okay, next up we are going to be plugging in the SRC6MS. Nailed it that time. So again, this one is a little bit weird because it feels like a guitar, but it has bass pickups, bass electronics. It's a little weird, so at first I'm going to run this through the exact same high gain guitar tone, and then we'll switch over to a bass tone as well, because again, I'm not really sure like which of these two contexts is going to make more sense in, because I'm used to tuning my guitars this low anyways. So let's see how it sounds with a guitar tone first and foremost. Oof, by the way, I have this tuned to drop D. Okay, pretty cool stuff as a guitar as well. The electronics on this are a little bit strange, so I have all of the EQ settings for now, just completely neutral, not really anything going on there. In the full demo, I'll play around with these way more, but for the purposes of this video, I just wanted a quick first impressions. It definitely has that way more like nasally bass tone, which makes sense due to these pickups, I would imagine. But for a future video, I'm definitely curious if we play with these, if we can get it sounding a little bit more close to a guitar. But before we do that, let's do a bass tone test as well, really quick. Okay, very interesting. Man, that's really cool. It sounds good both ways, but it's such a bizarre instrument. I'm very much looking forward to playing with this one a lot more because I feel like we're only scratching the surface of what it can actually do. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in learning more about either of these guitars, first and foremost, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned to this channel because there will be a full demo of both of these guitars soon. But if you want to know more about either of these guitars, there's also going to be links to them in the description below. And again, a thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. If you liked how those tones sounded, the link to that is also in the description and the pinned comment below. And of course, last but not least, a massive thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. For the future videos of the demos, if you're a Patreon member, you can get things such as audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen. That's all I have to say. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time.